In my head, there's basically a random soup brewing. I hear in my head, put a garbage bag over your head. And I'm like, wow, I will put a garbage bag over my head. Fighting games I didn't get seriously into until like a bit later in my life, probably when I was like 14, 16. My dad and my uncles, they always played a bunch back in the arcades and stuff. Most of it I can contribute to having that little plug and play with like the Sega Genesis version of Street Fighter 2. They'd literally come over and be like, hey Brian, check this out. It's like, wow, these are cool moves. And then they showed you could do moves by doing a little motion. It's like, there were secret moves that like, oh yeah, you can do this if you do this. It usually starts with like playing with your friends and being like, oh wow, you're pretty good at this. Maybe you should try entering a tournament. And then, yeah, I took that advice. It would be around 2015, 2016, the local scene in Niagara. I go there for a Smash 4 tournament and they say, hey, you seem pretty good at this. Why don't you try these fighting games over here? Exard, Melty Blood, Blaze Blue. They took me over to the Melty setup and they said, this fighting game's pretty easy and you can get it pretty accessibly. And they showed me you can do combos like this. Move, 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 launch to get them into the air, do some more moves, and then throw them into the ground. And it worked with whoever you picked. And I was like, wow, that's so cool. There's like a universal rule. Every character has somewhere where you can start. That was basically my introduction to seriously playing traditional fighters and getting myself back into like, I want to play Guilty Gear, I want to play Blaze Blue, I want to play Street Fighter again, I want to play Marvel vs. Capcom. It's like, yeah, I was forgetting that this whole genre existed and like, I want to sink my teeth into it now. You can always tell like I had a penchant for playing to the crowd in a video camera. Even way back when, before it would be uploaded to like any sort of real social media website, I'd like sit around, put myself in front of a camera, and do something I thought was funny. Eventually, when the age of TikTok came back around 2018, 2019, I was like, this is the perfect place to start doing that sort of stuff. Honestly, back then when I was doing TikTok, it was like 5 videos every day. I had an idea come to my mind, it's like, why don't I record it? And then bam, I would do that like every day for a year to 2 years until I ended up having to slow down because I was starting university. And then, yeah, getting around to the fighting game stuff, that would be between the time I started university and stopped doing TikTok. That was also, yeah, because I mentioned before I would do whatever idea came to mind. That one was more of a one-off thing. I think formally, like, my video that got the most traction moving forward was the Ultimate Marvel 3 combos at the club. I would do the Magneto's jumping heavy, Strange's palm loops, and then Doom's foot dive. That would be the video that ended up getting most of the traction early on. When I came back to making videos, the biggest thing is that from before, like when I was posting like videos upon videos upon videos every day back then, it was all like scattered stuff. It's like, okay, I have an idea for this, but it might be this topic and then this topic, and it was kind of like scattered. Once I did something for fighting games that worked well, it's like, I know this, I can make videos on this, I can make it work, I can keep going. They would get good community response, and I would be able to do them in a way that I feel satisfied. Obviously from the videos, you can tell that they're very like 5-minute crafts and very low budget. Broke college student. A lot of it has to do with ingenuity and finding what I already have within my closet and my inventory that I can use. Bring the idea of this character into the camera at least. Matching the color scheme of a character is one thing, and another, if they have an accessory like a scarf, a cape, anything else that might contribute to their silhouette, I need to make sure I have this so that this character can be recognized by it before I start. Because before I wasn't very particular about having an outfit or a costume ready for a character. I believe it would have been a video on Oki setups. Carmine came to mind, and my friend had a red wig that he said I could use, and then I saw I had the sleeveless sweater, and then the idea came to my head like, I can randomly pull out a pretty good Carmine cosplay for this one 5-second bit. Wouldn't it be funny if I did that? And then it kind of just worked out. And then from then on, I'm like, how close can I get to looking like this character while I do this moves? In my head, there's basically a random soup brewing, and sometimes out of it, an idea will pop up, or like a move. Once the move pops up, it then goes to the drafting phase in my head. I think I can do this. How will I film it? Do I have the materials to film it? Do I have the costume to make this character look believable? Should I make this into a video about the character? Or should I make this into a video about the type of move that this is? Should I make this video specifically focused on this move and what it does? In a couple of my videos, you can actually see my roommates in the back. My roommates, as of right now, both of them I've known for a long time in my life. One of them I happen to know since elementary school, and the other would be quite literally my cousin who I grew up with. So both of them are already familiar with me and how I act usually. This is completely in character for like how they already see me. Regarding the living room, we actually don't use it all that often, except for like if someone will be watching something on the TV. But most of the time, we're either like out or like in our rooms working on something. There's usually no fuss about getting the living room to clear out whenever I need it to film. I have all this space. The lighting source comes from one place, the window. I have access to it at basically any point, as long as the sun's still out. So it just makes things easier. When it comes to finding other locations to record, it's more of like, I haven't put thought into the idea, rather than I only want to film videos in the living room. That is my favorite kind of animation or cut to do whenever I'm filming these. A lot of them involve animation canceling. It's otherwise impossible to do in real life. You can't move your arm from here to like anywhere else without there being an in-between. But when you have a camera and you can edit, you can lie to people. All these janky chain combos, like I'll bring up one of my early favorites, the Slayer video where I did a 6P counter hit combo. That had a bunch of like special cancels, normal to normal cancels, super cancels. That was fun to record because once I had the footage, it's like, all right, I need to make everything look seamless together. Editing the video, like getting the footage is fun, but also seeing it come together when I'm editing in post is also another reward in and of itself. Another favorite of mine, this is a favorite for a lot of people as well, the Eddie video, where I ended up fashioning a garbage bag into, Eddie from Guilty Gear, along with having his drills, his cones, made out of Bristol board twisted into a spire. The idea came to me almost like an epiphany. Ting, I hear in my head, put a garbage bag over your head. And I'm like, wow, I will put a garbage bag over my head. And it turned out amazing. Frankly, I don't think every time I've encountered something hard, like, how am I going to do a backflip? For example, during the Fouts video, Fox's up smash, I cannot do a backflip. I would not like to try a backflip on a concrete floor. So instead, I lied by turning myself sideways and putting the camera up above me on an angle. So it looks like I'm still doing the motion, I just happen to be on my side on the ground. But in terms of hard, difficult, I think probably the Slayer video as well. That one was strenuous. That needed a lot of cuts. For some of the longer combo videos, there's a lot of different moves and like sections of a combo that you need to get to, and it's like, this might be like 20 different shots or maybe 30 different shots for a single video. Maybe it'll take me 2 hours or like 3 hours of filming to get the shots I want of it. The editing process isn't actually that involved. Most of the stuff is just cutting the video clips shorter, and then maybe just adding a transition between the gameplay and the real footage. But otherwise, it's not intensive when it comes to editing. I wouldn't say tedium, because it's still fun the whole way through, but it does take a while and it does become exhausting. It's like almost reverse rotoscoping in a way. But like, it's kind of funny. The longer I do this and the more I try to hit poses. The harder ones as I go on aren't the bigger exaggerated ones, it's the more subtle ones now that I figure. Because it's like, sure, you can wave your arm and that will be visible, but like seeing how far up are a character's shoulders as they're throwing a punch, or even if they're just like laying back in their idle, it's like, wow, there's so much more nuance to like the smaller movements than the larger ones. It was kind of hard to do that. You have to put so much movement through your spine and shoulders to move back and forth. That's an idle animation that's meant for a shorter character. When I was doing the command grabs video, Orochi Yashiro, when he's doing the pizza dough rolling one, that one was fun to do. Oftentimes, you can't separate a character from their idol as well. If I let that Orochi Yashiro command grab go without the pizza toss, I feel like I'd be missing something. I love seeing other people do it, because other people have brought it up, but you didn't see a lot of this form of content for like fighting game stuff for a long time actually. But it's like, yeah, I like seeing it as much as I like doing it, and I'm hoping like, yeah, now that people have seen that, like, it feels a bit conceited for myself to say that I guess it has kind of worked out, but I hope that other people see that it works out and was like, they start trying it out themselves too, like not even if they want to commit to it, but like just to try it out at least, because it is kind of fun at the end of the day.
The Evo Award for Best Meme, presented by Chipotle, goes to, oh, that actually broke off a lot better than I thought it'd be. The winner is Attacks IRL.
I don't even think I've still fully grasped like everything that came with it. Like, yeah, even a few months out, I still think back, it's like, I did win that award? Wait, I didn't just wake up and it's all gone? I have it on my bed behind me. I like look at it every so often, it's like, that happened. It was such a shock too, because yeah, I have been doing these videos for a while now, and even at the time of the Evo Awards, I would have been like 3-4-ish months into doing it. I kind of felt like I still just showed up out of nowhere. It's like one day I just like, one day I post a video, the next my face is everywhere, and then suddenly I'm accepting an award. It all came to me so fast. I just finished university, and I'm graduating like next month. But this feels like a snobby thing to say, but having the Evo Award feels kind of cooler, to be honest.
Okay, so, yeah, when I first made that Marvel Combos in the Club video, I had no clue that it would lead to this. Like, what? I just act like an idiot in my living room. What do you mean I won the Evo Award?